Hello, my name is Stephen Hauk, and I'm a worship pastor in Hurst, Texas. The purpose of this video is to just give me a chance to introduce myself to you, to let you know a little bit about myself as you're searching for someone in your church to fill a position. I've been married to my wife, Colleen, for coming on 19 years now, and we have 5 children together. The first 3 through birth, but the last 2 by adoption while we lived in Okinawa, Japan. And in 2018, I retired from the Marine Corps as a master sergeant after spending 20 years in service. And after I retired, my family and I moved here to Texas so that I could attend Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary in pursuit of a Master's of Divinity, which I will be finishing up this year. I've led churches in worship for more than 8 years now. I have experience in small churches of less than 200, and even in churches that have an attendance more than 1,000 each weekend. I've discerned a call on my life from God to be a pastor. But more specifically, I desire to see God worshiped in a way that is acceptable to Him. And because of that, I'm searching for a full-time position as a worship pastor wherever God may lead. As you continue your search for your next worship pastor, I know you're going to receive all sorts of applications from candidates that are great musicians and they're excellent musical directors. And while I can fill those roles very well, I think what you're going to find with me is a theologically trained leader. One who's taken the time to study the scriptures and to understand the patterns of worship that God has established and revealed as a framework for our worship service. And yes, I believe there's some framework to the way our service should be, but I also believe God has also given us great freedom and liberty within that framework to express our worship to Him. And I do believe that Scripture is foundational for our service and should be included throughout. I believe the entire service is a rehearsal of the gospel message. And it is one service. We do not divide our worship services into the musical section and then the sermon. 4 songs in a sermon. Now, from the beginning, from the first welcome to the last dismissal, every element in between comes together and is designed to glorify God as we worship Him in spirit and in truth. And I do not believe that worship can be equated to some sort of emotion. However, our services, when built correctly, becomes extremely emotional. And now, thank you for watching this video. I hope this gave you a chance to understand who I am and if I would fit in the culture of your church. I pray just God blesses you as you continue to search for your next worship pastor.